No, we had a good night. First game in 3 weeks, 6 o'clock kick. We kicked it off at 6 o'clock tonight. Guys had really good energy. I think part of that's because we're under the lights. The other part of that is because we had a really good turnout, really good energy within the stadium tonight. There's some good things and some bad, just like always when you're scrimmaging yourself. I was pleased. I thought the offense got off to a better start. I thought we ran the ball. I was really excited about Jordan Chun. We were able to get him in the flow of the game. Thought he did some really good things running the ball. Thought our offensive line protected the passer better than they have at any point during the camp. Defensively, I thought we answered. I thought we did a good job in the red zone of holding them to field goals, holding the offense to field goals. Also thought we did again a nice job in the short yardage in the coming out section, made it the one punt coming out. So some good and some bad. I thought guys that stood out offensively. I thought Brandon Silvers had a nice day. Jordan Chun, we already talked about. And then I thought offensive line-wise, I thought Antonio Garcia and Dalton Bennett continue to have a good camp. And I was pleased with Luke Lawrence. I thought Luke Lawrence, we moved to center from guard in the spring, thought he's been really solid. Defensively, some of those young defensive backs really stood up and made some plays. Darius Rooker has been coming along for about a week now. He is definitely going to be a factor in the secondary there. I thought he made some really good plays. LaMarcus Farmer showed up today, which we need him to. He's obviously a fifth-year guy that transferred here from UAB that we're counting on. So he played well tonight, and I thought we got better play out of our linebackers. Terrace Lewis is starting to come on, and we need him to. One of our better athletes on the team.
A lot of younger players making some plays like Emmanuel, Tron Folsom. What does that say about your team as you're trying to develop depth?
Well, we need those guys. Emmanuel Thompson is a guy he's been steady through the whole camp. He's a guy that does the little things right. One of our most physical blockers as well. So excited for him to get that touchdown. And then Tron Folsom is a guy that you can see it starting to show. I mean, if you talk about, we always talk about length here, recruiting length, and he's a guy that has length. And he made several big plays tonight, and we need him to come along. We're counting on those young defensive guys. Almost every one of those young defensive guys is going to play, and if not on defense, on special teams.
A lot of the plays are quick and no huddle. Are you going to continue that in the fall?
Yeah, that's the plan. It's always based on the situation, of course, but we want to play fast. We want to play up tempo. We want to keep the defense on the heels. I think it's preparing our defense. I think our defense gets aligned really quick right now because that's how we practice on an everyday basis. So I don't think anybody on our schedule will take. I don't think anybody on our schedule, our defense won't be able to get lined up to it.
Last week you called out Dallas as having a really good night. Tonight you called out Brandon. What did Brandon fix from last week to this week?
I thought Brandon just had better energy. And when he had a negative play, he overcame that. We call it playing the next play. I thought he did that. And I thought he took what the defense gave him. One time he forced a throw, but other than that, I thought he was really efficient. I haven't seen the stats, but I think he was really efficient today.
A couple fumbles from wide receivers at the end of the play. Does that?
Yeah, it definitely concerns me. The good thing is a lot of them were with the 2s and the 3s. I don't think we fumbled the ball with the 1s in there. As a head coach, you kind of look at it both ways. It's good for the defense because we're creating turnovers. It's bad for the offense because we're putting the ball on the ground. Our goal right now is to be the most improved team in the country, and we talked about two things in helping us get there. Number one is turnover margin. So defensively, we've got to create turnovers. Obviously, offensively, we got to secure the ball. And the second thing is penalties. That was probably the thing that I was most disappointed in tonight was the number of penalties we had.
How important is focus and concentration going into these last few weeks of practice?
Yeah, it has to be. We try to make our practice situations more difficult than our game situations. We played the music tonight. Kids like it, but the reason I did it tonight was really because I didn't want them to be able to hear the coaches. I wanted them to go out and play. I wanted to see, because a lot of times in practice, the coaches are telling them where to line up and giving them their assignments, and just so we can get the plays down offensively and defensively on special teams. Today, I told the coaches in our staff meeting before we came out here, I said, hey, I'm going to play the music loud. I don't want them to be able to hear you. I want to understand at the end of the night, what do we know? What do we know? And the two things I was really evaluating our guys, I always talk about these scrimmages being moving days. You move up or you move down. And the two things I was looking for were I wanted to see guys that were hustling, playing the game the right way. I wanted as few loafs as possible. And the second thing is I wanted to see who knew their assignments.